G'day, welcome back to the channel. My name is John. Today we're working on my $500 FG, which if you haven't seen the first video, go back and watch it. It's a good one. So we scooped this up a couple of months ago now. It's been a little while. For 500 bucks off a guy who bought his wife a new car, and this wasn't worth much as a trade-in, and so we picked it up through a friend of a friend pretty cheap. 500 bucks is definitely a score. At the time, we didn't know what we were going to do with it, so still kind of don't, to be honest. So today it's all about cleaning it up. We're going to give it a polish. We're going to clean the interior, get it all looking schmick, and then we've got some maintenance to do. So needs an oil change, filter change. I've got a new PCV valve as well for the top, just to get it idling nice and smooth. Some rear bump stops because they're destroyed. Did I say front shocks? I can't remember. It needs front shocks. I've got them. I think that's about it for now, and then we'll see how it runs and drives, and we'll make a call from there. So we might see if this FG starts, and we'll get the show on the road. All right, let's get the FG inside. Oh, you can really hear those shocks. They are absolutely destroyed in this thing. We got straight into cleaning up the exterior, so getting the wheels all nice and clean. And then moving onto the paintwork. So we started snow foaming the outside just to get all that built-up grime off the car. The car had been sitting on the street for a while, from the people that we bought it from. So just got a lot of burn crap and road grime and bits and pieces on it. So we wanted to get the car looking as best we could, just to know what we were working with. To the wonders. Oh, that's alright. They can deal with me trying to put it on at the same time. Bingo. No more heads getting chopped off. So, I think my mate's going to get started on headlights, because they're pretty yellow looking. I'm going to get started on front shocks, get them changed out. And then we'll probably move on to this paint. Oh, I do love this color. I think rear bump stops, because they had it. But yeah, we're going to divide and conquer. So hopefully we can put together a decent bit of footage for you. But yeah, we got to get cracking because we only got a couple of hours today. I jumped straight into getting these front shocks off the car. They were really had it. We definitely had to replace them no matter what we were going to do with the car. So first things first, just getting the two caliper bolts out and getting the caliper hung up out of the way. You never want to hang a caliper by the brake hose. It's a rubber hose. You're going to stretch it, damage it. You really don't want to take that gamble. So always hang it up by something, whether it's mechanics wire, a coat hanger. You can buy special hooks. I got some off AliExpress for a couple of bucks. Next step was getting the remaining suspension bolts out. So there's a top bolt that secures the upright to the upper control arm. These cars are full of 18s. There's also a couple of bolts on the lower arm. So one holds the sway button, the other holds the shock absorber to the lower arm. You'll need to get the coolant overflow bottle out of the way, the reservoir. It's just a couple of bolts, and then it sort of slots in the side on the suspension tower in order to access these 3 bolts on top to drop the shock out. Getting the shock out. It's a little bit tricky, it's just a matter of navigating it over that bottom control arm and getting it out of the way. While I was doing the shocks, my mate was cleaning up the interior, so again, it had just been basically parked up as it was when they got their new car, so it had just been sitting outside full of dirt and dust and pet hair and everything else you leave in a car when you park it on the side of the street. So we wanted to get everything clean and just find out if there's anything else we had to repair in here, but thank goodness it was just a matter of cleaning. Alright, new shocks all ready to go. So use the existing springs and the existing top hat, and then fix that onto the new shocks, which by the way were a steal at like $70 odd off eBay for the pair, which was insane. I cannot believe that you can buy shock absorbers brand new for that price. Came with new bump stops and some hardware as well, which was, I mean, it's such a good deal. Such a good deal. So installation, simply just the reverse of removal. So maneuvering the shock in, installing the lower and the upper bolts, and then eventually getting that brake caliper back on and then torquing everything to spec. That doesn't look half bad for just polish. I mean, that'd probably pass a roadworthy.
Oh, should be a pass grading.
I mean, it could use a sand, but compared to what that is, that'd just be a yellow blob. At least that'd have the some clarity to it. Yeah, I reckon that's a goer. So first job of day 2 is to get this engine oil and filter out. Again, lefty loosey. Getting tricky when you're upside down. Oh, okay. That went further than I thought. This may not make it in the video, this is a joke. Here's another hot topic. Oil filters. I'm a genuine guy. Always genuine, especially where you can still get these Ford ones. It's always worth going genuine. Always a good tip just to put the date on the filter. What happened to the end of my paint pen? Good pour. That is a nice pour. That should be on the stick now. Yeah, let's clean that off. All right, car's back down, level ground. And we are just below the full mark. So we'll just give this teeny tiny little drink. We need about 100 ml, I reckon. All right, another little job, especially if we're going to try and get it roadworthy. Got brake light out on this side. Lights are on. You can see the light up on the middle. Just get this light out. There's 3 8mm nuts on the back. There we go. Brake light is red. Thank you, Ford. Yep. Go on, Bubba's. There we go. Oh. Don't tell me it's a dodgy socket. Nice. All right, that was that FG was a bit of a mission. So it's a couple of months later, and ultimately we ended up making the decision to sell the FG, which I know most people actually wanted us to do, focusing on obviously the ED, which is the main project. And to be honest, it's what I love. The newer car, yes, I love FGs. I've had a couple of FG turbos, but they don't quite hit the same spot as the EDs do. So we ended up selling the FG. We ended up selling it for $3,000 as it was. So as you saw, the paint wasn't perfect. We did put those new shocks in. It did have a bunch of work done to it, but it definitely still needed some TLC. It needed upper control arms. Obviously the transmission was good, but there's a big part of that 5-speed that is just always unknown. And so 3 grand was the deal we cut. That was with no roadworthy, no rego. So hopefully that's gone to a good place, be a good daily driver for someone, and we can just focus on the ED project and everything else that needs to happen to get that car boosted and ready for drag challenge at the end of the year. So that's the end of the FG. If we buy any more Falcons, yeah, we probably film them. But for the moment, we are focusing on that ED. So thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate the views, and we'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.